Range fans, we are back here with Eley Ultra Extreme Generation 2 coming to you from Kilos Sporting. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I think it's called Kilos. I'm sure, you guys will correct me down in the comments down below, but check it out. The two most accurate .22 rifles I have ever had the pleasure of shooting. And I had to talk to my old buddy, my good friend, my brother. And man, you know the kind of deals that it takes to walk these things out of his house that I have to make with him around cleaning them and all other kinds of deals that I have to make and the pain I have to go through from a chair force guy. From a chair force guy that to get these things out on the range, Voodoo works. Voodoo works. And an MPA chassis with a 3-inch MPA 4N on it. This thing is threaded and most of all, clear bench rest glass with a Night Force 12 to 42 by 56 sitting on top. This is the one we're gonna go first. It's got the bubble level in it. And I learned something in getting this thing sighted in. If that bubble level's in the same place every single time, you're good to go. That bubble level's off. In the rear, I don't care what anybody tells me. It absolutely does make a difference. That bubble level's off a little bit to the left. I notice it shoots a bit right. That bubble level's off to a little bit right. I notice it shoots a little bit left. And then what everybody has asked for. You saw how Eley Ultra did in my accurate rifles, the old Rimex and the Lithgow at 50 yards. We decided to go big, 100 yards, and we got the Anschutz 1727F, Forkner action, ball bearings in the action, the one and only I have ever seen that way. Let's get started out with this MPA chassis, Voodoo Gunworks, Night Force 12 to 42 sitting on top. By the way, almost twins, because this has a Night Force 12 to 42 sitting on top. There you have it with the rundown of what we're doing today, what we're shooting today with the Eley Ultra Extreme Generation 2 from Kilos. Let's do this. All right, here we go with the Voodoo Gunworks. I got 10 rounds loaded up in this magazine, 5 rounds loaded up in this magazine. I'm doing it a tad bit different because I really want to stress test myself at 100 yards. We know the setup is more than capable. I'm gonna put, I think, 5 or 6 rounds as spotters, but downrange, I have a 2-inch target, and you know that I usually shoot at another 2-inch target. I got a 1-inch target set up downrange. We're gonna see if I can hit that 1-inch target at all. Though I'm shooting for group, this thing should be laser sighted in. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Let's put 5 or 6 shots downrange. Target on the left. Shot a little low. Three. I was in the same hole. That's 4. And that's 5 in the same hole. You know what? I'm gonna make a bit of a scope adjustment. All right, we got the scope adjusted. Uh-oh. Nope, I marred that round. We ain't gonna shoot that one. You see it just like I see it. That's from me. That ain't from the rifle. Me getting in a rush. Guys, again, I'm out here. I'm not sure what the wind is, but I know I dropped one. But I do know a thunderstorm, that's why I'm rushing yet again, is on its way in about, I don't know, an hour to 45 minutes, so I'm trying to get this thing done. We're gonna shoot at the 2-inch target first. Oh, those last three is something to Google at. All right, let's see if we can shoot that old 1-incher in the middle. Yeah, dead center. That's 2. Woo, that was a flyer, wasn't it? 3, 4, dead center. It's the last one. 5, you see those last 4 all on the 1-inch target? I don't know. There's still a lot of doubt from when you look at my first video. There is still a lot of doubt about Eley Ultra Extreme, the second version. And this is lot number 242502105, supposed to clock at 1048. We know at least from the Rimex and from the Lithgow, you could go back and see that previous video, and we know that it clocks in at about 1,070 feet per second. So not as close as what was tested, but the accuracy is proving itself. Now, you guys asked for it. Let's get the Anschutz 1727F on this bench. We'll go down and adjust the target. We'll do it at 100 yards. Let's go. O-Range fans, you asked for it. Was that not, at least it was a special outing for me with the old Voodoo Gunworks? I think I did pretty well there, and I think I could do better. You just got to make sure that rifle's level. Everything has to be in the same exact position, and I need to take a little bit more time. You guys have told me time and time again, take a little bit more time in between shooting to get this thing right. But anyways, we've got, I think 7 or 8 loaded up here, 7 or 8 loaded up here. I'm gonna put 5 or 6 on the 2-inch target to the left. Then we're gonna put another 5 on the 2-inch target to the right with the Anschutz 1727. Then we're gonna go for the gusto and see how many I can put on that 1-inch target dead center with Eley Ultra Extreme Generation 2. Oh, that Fortner action is so smooth. Ball bearings. When's the last time you seen ball bearings in a rifle action? You haven't. Because Fortner is the only one, baby. Let's go. Hey. All right, here we go, here we go. All right, 6 rounds. And I think I got 10 rounds in this thing. I got how many left in here? I got a few left. Well, no, we're going to stay with a fresh magazine. You know what? You don't ever see me do this. Watch I screw up my mojo today. Yep, I'm going to make a scope adjustment. Bring it up just a little bit. Try to get it on the center of the target. Here we go. By the way, it is so humid out here today. You come out of an air-conditioned car and so hot that there was humidity all over these rifles. That's why you have to take care of them. So we did swab the bore, got some little bit of oil from a rag on the outside, but they'll definitely have to be, when they get back home, get put in the safe, they're definitely gonna have to be clean. Folks, I know it. People say don't clean your 22s, etc. To each his own. But in conditions like this, clean them. So you end up with no rust. First shot, dead center. Oh. Oh, that's got to be conditions and shooter. Just like the Voodoo First round off, next 4 in a cluster, right? Let's see if I can hit that 1 inch. Woo! Video's over. Thank you for visiting dayattherange.com. I ain't shooting no more. Will you get him dead center? Oh, I ain't going home like that. Yeah, I got it dead center. Let's see if we can keep the rest of them. Oh, and I go and screw it up. The pressure. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, boy. I really done screwed up. That's what happens when you don't prepare appropriately. You get all excited about shooting that Voodoo, doing a comparison between the Voodoo and the Anschutz, and you do something like this. What is that? Did you guys see Vanna White step in front of the camera again? My hand model. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my. Norcross, Georgia. 22 caliber can. Oh, y'all might not want to go anywhere. Hold on. Hold on. Might be something coming up next. Oh, yeah. There you have it. Anschutz 1727F with the ball bearing, Fortner action, and Eley Ultra Extreme Long Range. This is what you guys asked for. Myself and DM, we try to bring you what you asked for. You said 50 yards don't mean nothing. What does it do at 100 yards? If the shooter, the old jarhead with the booger picker, does his right by the rifles, I think Eley Ultra Extreme Generation 2 from Kilos is now the real deal. You know what? We're going to go down and hang a couple of more targets, and we're going to put this can on here and see if it has any impact on accuracy. Maybe we'll shoot 10 more rounds at 2-inch targets. Hang in there. All right, range fans, here we go. A little something special. This video has already gone on way too long, but I had to show you the 1720F again with all the emails that I got. And I love the comments, the camaraderie. It really is kind of a pickup sometimes after a long day at work to read some of the comments. And I really appreciate you guys, the way you indulge with me, participate with me in the camaraderie that we had. I've made quite a few friends that I've even met on YouTube. It's not like they're just friends at a distance, but people I've met, and you guys know who you are, that we have come face to face, and I really appreciate all of you. 1727F, KGM Suppressor 22 Rimfire. With the Eley Ultra Extreme Generation 2, you saw what it did without the suppressor. Will the suppressor hurt or help accuracy? Hey, by the way, tell me down below in the comments, how do we prove such a thing? That is an age-old battle, fight, that always starts, sometimes comes in between friends when we start having a conversation. It's just like weighing and sorting 22 ammunition. Some say, yeah, great. Some say, oh, waste of time, buy the high quality. It makes no difference. Some say suppressor will make a difference on the point of aim. I think we all know that. If it's a heavy suppressor, get a little barrel droop, but does it hurt accuracy? Some say, oh, the suppressor acts as a tuner, so it'll make tighter group. I tell you what, we could probably get together enough rifle and enough 22 rimfire suppressors if you guys just comment down below and give me an idea of how would we test. What would that look like to know if a suppressor really tightens up accuracy or not? I need some of you science geeks to tighten up, comment down below, and tell me how do we prove it. Let's go. All right, Fortner action, 1727F, suppressor. I'm gonna aim a little bit higher on the 2-inch target, just in case there's a little bit of barrel droop. But this one's made out of titanium. It's not stainless. You can absolutely take it apart, service it, that sort of thing. Let's see what it does. Oh, did you see those last 4? So, same behavior. 1 out of the group. That could be ammo, that could be shooter. 4 in the group. But here's the thing. Where I thought it would be barrel droop, you notice it's a little bit higher on the target. I'm shooting a tad bit higher on the target with the crosshairs on this Night Force 1242 by 56. And it's hitting higher. So it is tuning the shock wave in some way, form, or fashion to make the rounds aim a little bit higher. So I need to aim lower. Let's see what these next 5 will do. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, you kidding me? Guess what, folks? No, hold on a minute. I ran out of ammo. But tell me, we got another target hung up down there. You tell me what you think. 1 hole or 3 shots? What is it? 1 hole or 3 shots? Hey, check it out. Did you see the hand model yet again? Check this out. OSS UT Rad 22. I'm telling you, we can come up, but this KGM, I don't know that I want to touch anything else. We can come up with enough suppressors, enough ammo, and the right rifle. Just give me the formula. Tell me this is how I would test it. This is how you could help put it to bed. We'll write it all up on dayattherange.com. We'll film it. Let me get 10 more rounds to put on that last target to see what a 10-round group will do. Hold on. All right, guys, we got the Eley Ultra Extreme Generation 2 loaded back up. It's the same lot. It's the same lot in the new box. 2425 02105 1048 as the speed. By the way, KGM is the suppressor brand that the FBI chose for their sniper system. They cared more about not changing the point of impact than sound, meaning point of impact was their #1 requirement. And I would say this thing hasn't changed point of impact much at all. And it's just the 22, doesn't take much to suppress. Let's go with 10 rounds out of this 1727. Beautiful Anschutz from Germany. Ball bearing action, Night Force 1242 sitting on top. Let's do this. 10 rounds on the last target. Cold bore. And I pull that last one. That's what 10 rounds looks like out of the Anschutz 1727F with the KGM suppressor. What a setup. You know what? I'm going to reveal a secret. I'm going to reveal a secret. One of these two that you saw on the video today is going out to the testing center. On a drive out to the testing center to get lot tested in controlled environment with many different brands of ammunition to choose the best. So you're gonna wanna hang in there. I'm not gonna tell you which one. One of them is going, and after we get it lot tested, we're gonna come back to the range with that ammo and show you what it looks like. There you have it, folks. Thank you for joining me here on this small, humble channel, Day at the Range. You guys make it possible. And again, thank you for the camaraderie. Comment down below. What do we do? How do we prove once and for all, maybe which suppressor is most accurate? Maybe which suppressor and ammo? I don't know. But I think overall, I would love to know, how do you test if a suppressor improves accuracy or hurts accuracy? Maybe there's a series to be done with this. You guys comment down below. Tell me what you think, how you do it. There it is. We had the Voodoo out in the MPA chassis, the Anschutz 1727F, both with the Night Force 12. The 42x56 sitting on top. There you have it, folks. Mr. Revolver Guy, I'm going home. Get out and shoot.
He hit it. Drilled the target.